Hi, everyone. I'm Debbie Belaus. I am the owner of Qigong with Debbie, and welcome to my channel. I teach yoga, Qigong, and Tai Chi, and typically most of my students are over the age of 55, so that's kind of my niche. But anyone can do these practices. They're helpful for everyone. I have been starting to teach a little program on this YouTube channel about learning how to meditate, and I had my part one last week, and this is part two. I broke it down so it's a little bit easier to understand the process. I think it's a big subject and can be a little confusing to not so much understand, but to kind of nail it down. So my first approach, the first video was about creating your space, creating your sacred space. And I had talked, so you might want to refer back to that one because that's really important to get your space ready. It's kind of like when you prepare to learn a new sport. First thing you do is you take some time to buy certain equipment to get ready to learn that sport. Then you might, like for instance, like pickleball, it's a big practice exercise a lot of people do. You would first probably get some equipment, like maybe certain kind of tennis shoes for that. You'll get the racket and the ball, so you'll get that ready. Then you probably would look at the court, go to the court and see what the figuration of that court is, how to use it, how to, run on it. And then you get the technique. So it's similar for this practice as well. You want to set it up first by getting your place set up where it's comfortable for you to go to learn this practice. Since it is a sitting practice, it could also be a meditation in motion, which I talk about later on in this program. But for this one, this is a sitting practice, either in a chair, you could do it on your bed, you can do it on the floor, wherever you are comfortably sitting. So refer back to part one and just practice that for a few days until you understand what I'm talking about, getting that space ready. Today's practice is going to be about finding an anchor to calm your body down. It's hard to go into meditation practice if you're not calm. And the reason for meditation practice, one of the reasons is to learn a meditation practice, is to learn how to calm our body down. A lot of us don't know what it's like to live in a calm body. So we're always going and doing, but we don't really know what it's like to go into a calm body. And in order to get into that meditation state, you have to calm down the body. So I've developed this little practice that I really enjoy doing. I call it the butterfly breath. And I'll explain why I call it the butterfly breath. But what it's going to do, and I always say this also, each part of this practice that I'm showing you, you can do separately on its own. If all you want to do is create a sacred space for yourself and sit in it, that's fine. That's great. If all you want to do is this breath, I call it the butterfly breath, if that's all you want to do as a practice, that is perfectly fine. And it's very helpful to maybe go to the next stage. So you don't think that you have to do all these stages in one shot. You really want to take your time with it and really understand what the feeling is that you're getting from these different parts that I'm going to show you. And then you can fine tune it for yourself, kind of change it around a little bit if you need to, add maybe some wording a little differently that you relate to. But this is a platform where you can try and then you can kind of expand on it. So today's practice is learning the butterfly breath. I call it the butterfly because we're going to take our hand, because this looks like a butterfly. We're going to cross our hands over the heart space. And then after you cross the hands, I want you to hook onto your thumbs as well. So it's kind of the symbolism of a butterfly kind of laying on your chest. And I just want to read a little something about what the butterfly means. And I think everybody who doesn't love a butterfly, right? Butterflies are often associated with transformation, rebirth, and change. Their life cycle from caterpillar to cocoon and then to a stunning butterfly is a metaphorical journey that many of us can relate to in our own lives. In literature and art, butterflies are used to signify hope, love, and a soul's eternal nature. Their gentle flight is a reminder of life's fleeting moments and the importance of embracing joy and freedom. And that's what we're trying to get to. We're trying to embrace joy and freedom through this meditation practice. Now, the other thing that this also symbolizes in the practice of Qigong is we're crossing over our right and our left side, our left and our right side through this process of just creating the hands this way and then hooking onto the thumbs. Crossing over energetically helps to clear our mind because our right brain works the left side of our body, the left side of the brain works the right side of the body. So just this external crossing over, and we do a lot of this practice too in Qigong. We cross over the body with our hands, but we can do this also here. So we're starting to cross over the energy. So we're starting to perhaps clear out a little bit, which is going to help us to get into this clearing of the mind for the meditation practice. The other representation of this, we have a lot of meridian lines that intersect here. The heart meridian line, the lung meridian line, the kidney meridian line, large and small intestine meridian line, the pericardium, which is part of the heart meridian line right here. So we're tapping a little, we're doing a little tapping also in this area to start to get some of that flow going in those organs, especially the heart. It's interesting because we're in the heart season right now in its early summer, and the season, the two organs we work with the season's heart and also small intestine. So again, another reason why this will be helpful for this time of year. And then the other thing, we have a vagus nerve, which I have videos on also. The vagus nerve starts at the bottom of the skull. It comes through your jaw. It wanders down the throat and esophagus, and it starts to wander. It's called the wandering nerve. It starts to wander back and forth all the way down to your digestive system. So we're also tapping into that part. The vagus nerve is helpful for rest and digest. So again, we're trying to get this feeling of calmness to come over us so we can perhaps go into a deeper meditation practice. But again, this can be a separate practice on its own for yourself. So we will cross over the hands and then cook on your thumbs. And then I'm going to direct you to lightly, when we get into this, lightly start tapping your fingers. Again, awakening these different, the crossing over, awakening these different meridian lines that are here, awakening that vagus nerve, and the symbolism of creating joy and freedom for yourself. So a lot is here with just the symbolism. Now, I also use this for myself when I'm feeling a little stressed out. Sometimes it's just one hand I might hold here because I've been practicing this for a while. It just helps to kind of waken the dormancy to, telling my body, okay, calm down, everything's fine. You can feel that joy, you can feel that freedom. So this is where we start here. Now, there's going to be two words that we're going to use and repeat. And again, you can change this word. You could use inhale, exhale. You can use slow. No, slow would not be good. There's different two words that might be beneficial for you that you might relate to more. The two words that I'm using here is expand and release. It's going to relate to the breath. So as we inhale, we're expanding the body. And as we exhale, we have to release. So that's why I chose expand and release. So we're inhaling, expanding the body with breath. And then as we exhale, we're releasing, we're letting go. Just like the butterfly starts to release out of their cocoon. It's expanding out of the cocoon, turning into this beautiful butterfly. And then the butterfly starts to take off and it releases. So we're releasing our inner butterfly basically with this just simple gesture of our hands here and with the simple gesture of the breath. Now, I don't want you to get confused if you're doing the breath right or wrong for this. You just want to start understanding your breath and how it's moving in and out of your body. But don't get hung up too much on that. That will come. But you will notice, I think, by just doing this butterfly hold and just using those two words, expand, release, that you'll start to feel the breath entering. And you will feel it a lot here in the chest. I mean, what we really want to do is breathe deep into the belly and then the ribs and then the chest. But you'll notice that the breath will start to fill up, especially that's why I use this word expand. When you hear the word expand, you're just expanding out, getting the breath, into your body to expand your body. And then you release, everything kind of comes together. So let's give this a go. So you've set up your room, you've set up your practice. I'm in my studio. This is one place I do meditate. I also have a place outside that I meditate because I live in a weather that's very conducive to be outside. So I have two places. So you've got your space and you're ready to go into it, we're just going to start with crossing the hands, crossing the thumbs, and gently placing them comfortably on this heart space of yours. Now, I suggest to do this with the eyes closed or slightly closed. It's up to you. You might want to keep your eyes open for the instruction, but when you're doing it on your own, it might be helpful to do it with eyes closed, to go internal with this. I'm going to do it with my eyes closed as I'm instructing. But you're welcome to keep your eyes open to watch, and then you can try it on your own with your eyes closed. So we'll start here. Let's enter our space. Crossing the hands and crossing the thumbs, closing or softening the eyes, feeling comfortable in your space. And then just start to take some deep breaths in and out through the nose. If you need to, you can inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth like you're blowing out a candle. So either those two breaths, in and out through the nose, or inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. On your next inhalation, just repeat yourself the word expand. And then when you're ready, exhaling out and using the word release. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. As you inhale, expand, feeling the breath entering your body, expanding. And then exhale, release. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, release. Inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Try to find a little bit of a rhythm in your breathing. Go at your own pace. And just using those two words, inhale and you expand and release. Expand and release. Expand and release. And then continue with just saying those two words, expand and release. And when you're ready, start to move the fingers gently on the space by your heart, representing a little bit of fluttering of the butterfly leaving its cocoon. You're also waking up some of this energy, and make sure your feet are flat on the floor so you can also feel the energy coming from the bottoms of your feet and the crown of your head. And you're just gently tapping with your fingers, awakening to the sensation of expanding and releasing. Tapping and crossing over your energies, awakening your entire body and being and mind, clearing out, ready for flight. The gentle fluttering of the butterfly expanding your heart, expanding your breath. Feeling this calmness washing over you as you gently let the butterfly find its wings for that gentle flight. As a reminder of life's fleeting moments and the importance of embracing joy and freedom. Inhale, expand. Exhaling, release. Noticing the gentle tapping of the hands on your heart, soothing your heart and mind, going into that space of calmness. Continue repeating to yourself, expand and release. If your mind wanders off, come back to the expand and release. And then just hold everything still. You might feel your heart beating. You might actually even hear it. Let your butterfly go free. Let go. Find that space of calm, joy, and freedom. And maybe you want to set an intention for your day, something like, today I invite into my life whatever it is you need today. And that might change from day to day, but today I'm open to receive, and fill in that blank. And just say that intention several times to yourself, still holding that space. Today I'm open to receive. Maybe it's that joy and freedom or calmness. And then lift the corners of your mouth up into that inner smile. This lifts your spirits. Release the hands, let go, let the butterfly go free. And then slowly open your eyes. And just notice how you feel. So it didn't take much. It's not hard to do. Probably the hardest thing is to do it on a consistent basis. And the more you do it, the easier it becomes. And you'll feel that sense of calmness pretty quickly. And you can use it during the day if you're feeling a little overwhelmed. Just maybe place your hands here for a moment, take a pause, expand and release. And it might make a difference in how you feel. So I hope this was easy for you to grasp. Try it for a week, give it a week. I always say a week is a good amount of time to understand it. If you have any questions about it or a comment about it, put it in my comment section and I'll get back to you with an answer, pretty quickly. Also, if you're new to my channel, you can subscribe to it. It's free. It's just a platform for me to expand my teaching. I do teach online. I also teach in 55 and older communities. And it's a great resource for anyone who is looking for this type of practice. But thank you so much. And thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a great day and be well, everyone. Namaste.